I am so excited for this episode of Around the Point. You have no idea. But before I get into all the awesomeness is going to be this episode of Around the Point, I did say that the amazing Salrex, my graphic designer, has created a new logo for Around the Point. Now, if you guys called my NXT review for TakeOver 25, you have seen the new Team Heel podcast logo. How beautiful that is. I cannot stress enough how beautiful that new logo is for the Team Heel podcast. And I felt like it was time as well for Around the Point to get a new logo as well. And Sal Rex has done it again. He's hit another home run. He literally hit a two-punch combination here that could literally drop anyone, like the likes of fucking Anthony Joshua, if you will. Like he did this past Saturday night, if you will. But anyway, guys, enough about me blabbering on here. It's time for me to reveal the new Around the Point logo. This is fucking beautiful. Look at that. Look at that awesome logo right there. Around the Point. Long overdue. A new logo. A new direction. A new logo for the show. This logo is fucking amazing. And again, guys, if you guys want awesome graphics done and logos done for your respective YouTube channel, respective podcast, whatever the fuck it may be, hit the man, the legend, my primo, if you will, Salrex. Hit him up on Twitter at SRXGFX on Twitter and tell him that you also want awesome graphics, awesome logos, awesome just designs, overlays, whatever the hell it may be. Not only does Salrex does graphic designs for me, but he also does graphic designs and overlays for the likes of Solomonster, JD from NY206. He's now the new official graphic designer for House of Glory. And as well for Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. So basically, a list of a who's who that use the services of the amazing Salrex. And I'm not here to come off like, oh my god, but I'm here to speak facts. I think I speak for JD, for Solomonster, for Big Mike, for House of Glory when I say that we have arguably on our team the best graphic designer, hands down in the entire internet wrestling community. And that's just, it's a fact. It's straight fucking fact. I almost said fact of like Eli Drake, but you get the idea. Again, guys, hit him up, and I cannot thank him enough. This logo is fucking beautiful, guys. It really, really is. And I even told him, like, yo, have fun with it. I trust you. And I trust him enough that, hey, he's done two amazing logos Around the Point and as well for the Team Heel podcast. It's fucking beautiful, guys. Anyway, guys, what's up? It's me, it's Steve again. I'm back at it. It's another installment of Around the Point. Now, this will be a two-part episode, if you will. I did say last week that, hey, for this episode of Around the Point, I'll be interviewing two people that not only do I consider friends, but I consider brothers. That being both Connor, you all may know him as Okayfabe, and he's everywhere, right? iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Power Slam TV, Fight TV, Joe Cronin over on Out of Nowhere, the Okayfabe Show, the Random Wrestling Podcast. He also does the Wrestling Retrospective with Jake DeMarco. Just some stuff that I can just think off top of the head. Spotify, iHeart Radio. He's probably invading my refrigerator again. I don't fucking know. But he's everywhere. And also, our good brother Matt. Matt from In the Rope Show. Matt returned to YouTube after being gone for 3 years. So, it is an awesome two-part interview. What I'm going to be doing today is putting out there part one. Part two will be next week. A heads up, though, before I play the interview for you guys to watch and enjoy. For this interview, this was done literally last Sunday, after Double or Nothing. We used Google Hangouts. Just a heads up, my audio from my end is the bleeding shits. Basically, when you watch this interview, you're going to notice that my voice has this deep voice. It's so fucking deep. A heads up, okay? That's what happens when I use Google Hangouts, which is why I really don't use it. And it's funny because literally yesterday, as myself and Walter and Mike were doing the Tino podcast, we noticed that on Skype, you can actually, record the Skype call, and including with video, with webcam and stuff like that. And it came out so crystal clear. Have I known that we could have done that instead, I would have used the Skype video recorder instead of the Google Hangouts. But also, like I said, what I want to do with Around the Point is start conducting, if you will, interviews. Now, granted, on this episode for this interview, my interviewing skills don't really come out like, oh my God, amazing. But I think it's more important the fact that, hey, I'm happy because I was there with my brothers. Two guys I consider brothers, that being Okayfabe and Matt from Intheropesshow. So in part one, it's basically us reminiscing on what has happened to us that time that we were in Dallas for WrestleMania 32 weekend. Some crazy stories. Also, we get into what Matt has been up to the last 3 years that he's been gone from YouTube and stuff like that. And potentially Matt returning to YouTube? Could we be seeing the return of In the Rope Show? The only way for you guys to find out is to sit back, smoke a blunt, and tune in to part one of the return of ITHKS, the In the Heel Kayfabe Show. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this two-part interview. Part one is here now. I'll see you guys next week for part two.
I'm just happy that you guys are here. Let's start things off here. You guys see him everywhere. He's literally everywhere. iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, Patreon. You can catch him on Sportskeeda, Fight TV, also with Joe Cronin on Out of Nowhere, and also the Wrestling Retrospective with Jake DeMarco.
And Steven, do not forget Pornhub.
Yeah, of course, Pornhub. And let's not forget, he is also, you can catch him from time to time invading my refrigerator. The one, the only, Connor from Okayfabe. Connor, how you been?
You need to clean your fridge.
I know, I should. He also, by the way, he's the host. He's the host of the Okayfabe Show and the Random Wrestling Podcast. You can catch every single week. Buddy, how you been?
I have no life because I'm all over the place, as you just mentioned. So I'm doing good. Exhausted, but good. I'm really looking forward to this. This is like the highlight of my week. No lie.
That means a lot to me. That means a lot, bro. I'm happy. Puts a smile on my face. It's awesome, man. Thank you.
Getting waves of emotion, remembering us putting cold beer in the tub of our hotel at WrestleMania 32.
And you might remember this motherflower right here. He hasn't been around for 3 years. He's traded his white T-shirt for a tie, and he traded it for a suit and tie. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I feel like you should just do it for old time's sake, bro. For old time's sake, just do it, man. If you remember how it is, it's just How
the fuck does he not remember how to do it? It was his shtick.
Well, I think it's only appropriate before I do that I have a little liquid courage to get me in the mindset.
Smart idea.
Yeah. Smart idea. Smart idea.
Well, he was third. Okay.
Damn, he hasn't missed a beat. Okay.
This is Matt from In the Rope Show.
Shit.
Yes.
Oh, that felt good. I haven't done that in 3 years. Shit.
Damn.
And the internet has just lost their fucking minds right now. Holy crap.
Well, it's interesting because when you posted, you know, that we were doing this, Steven, a lot of people were like, "Oh shit, oh happy that like they're like Matt's back, he's alive."
Exactly, dude. He's here. He's in the and he's rocking, believe it or not, the old school ITHKS t-shirt in the heel Okayfabe show. Oh,
which I designed, and I did surprise you both at a WrestleMania to extravaganza.
Felt so bad. You didn't need to do that, but honestly, I'm never getting rid of that shirt. I still have it.
I'm not either. It's as we speak it's in my house. It's funny because I thought about, should I put it on today? Does Connor still have the shirt? You know what I mean? But again, you know, there's so many memories, guys. So much stuff here, and a lot has happened.
So much jail time.
So much jail time. So much alcohol. So much weed.
Bail bonds. Memories.
Bail bonds. Child support.
Since then, 1 liver transplant per year.
Damn, you've had a busy career. You've had a busy couple of years then.
Exactly, guys.
New Orleans is #1 for liver transplants.
And it's all because of you.
It's all because of Matt.
I don't know how, but for some reason, the liver transplant quota seems to, there's a scale for one person, for one man. And I want to thank this man, but he can't be here because guess what? He's getting a fucking liver transplant.
I feel like they have my picture up on a window somewhere, and it's like, okay, he's met his quota. We cannot give him any more liver transplants. He has one more cirrhosis of the liver. You just cut the plug. He's done.
There's like they put a governor on you, and you're just there in a photo juggling the other 3 livers.
I'm gonna be on the side of the road of a sign that's like, "I need liver, please.
Help me, help me."
We'll work for liver.
Your liver.
We'll dance for liver. God damn it.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll wrestle for liver. I don't know. We'll take bumps and shit like that.
Oof.
You'd be surprised, man. You don't believe me?
I can't do that.
Hey, you know who's doing it right now? RD
I was traumatized. I was already emotionally traumatized from what happened to the very first and only ever Okayfabe convention, and I still can't get over that.
Oh man, that was a fun time. Should we just? So I feel like, Connor, because it was your convention, you just tell the story about that, like the people. Because usually what I mean, I could play the clip here. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Let's do that. Let's insert the clip right here, and people remember for what it was. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Connor, aka Okayfabe. Believe it or not, I actually can't believe this is actually something that happened and is actually real. But believe it or not, there's actually a group of people who organized an Okayfabe convention here at the hotel that we're staying at. It's kind of surreal, but I'm actually just about to walk in and just my heart's beating out of its chest. But man, I can't wait. I'm really excited. This is like a dream come true. So we're gonna go check it out. So here we go. All right, we're here inside and we're just gonna go. The hell is this? Brendan, is that?
Fuck you!
There's only one
Shut up!
Okay. Brendan, are you the only one here?
Shut up.
You know, I only came for the free buffet. Shit.
Still more fans than TNA.
Kind of true.
Now,
that was such a good clip. What memories?
Exactly.
Oh my god, we just sat there. We watched that whole clip together. Oh man, that was
exactly.
I too am invoking positive emotion about that fond memory that we just all experienced.
Because we did totally just watch that clip. It wasn't just inserted in post or anything.
No, but
Exactly.
Smooth as silk, smooth as a liver transplant. So
Exactly.
I can't remember how like the idea came about. Like it was, I can't remember if I came up with it or something, but we like basically one of those things where we just snowballed it. I'm like, I think it was like, oh, what if like we did like a convention and like, oh, like, because we were talking about like going to WrestleCon and Access and all these different things. Like, oh, that'd be funny. And then Matt was very adamant about filming some like comedy sketch and idea, which don't get me wrong. I'm like, I'm all let's do this. But we had to like, we were short on time, we were short on effort, and we were short on options. But the thing that really impressed the hell out of me was Matt was like, I'm on this, I'm going. It's like, it was like Spielberg was on set, like, let's go and let's do this. And we filmed the whole thing. And, I mean, Matt, you made it look like perfection, being able to edit the whole thing together and like add like the idea of where it wanted to go. And Brennan was just gold. Brennan was just gold for the whole thing. He's so disappointed, pissed off.
What I remember from Brennan that day, shout out to Brennan if he's watching this. I know he probably will be. The elbow drop that he did. He dropped the elbow on the Okayfabe side. They started doing the Ric Flair strut.
Well, I remember too. I'm trying to remember how it all came to be. I think as I was pushing hard for us to record a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
And you know, when I used to do in the Rope Show, we did so many comedy skits, commercials, bits, what have you. So I think we were like, hey, what can we do? And then you came up with, oh, let's do this, you know, film the convention. And then, like, I was trying to figure out a way to make it funny. And we did that. And then we also filmed the skit with you. I think where it was like, I lied to you about having dinner with Paul Heyman.
Oh,
It was April Fool's Day. Because it was April Fool's during
Yes.
WrestleMania week. Yeah. Well, it was documented and well documented that I still have a huge fan association for Paul Heyman. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I think if we had like one extra day there, we would have been able to record so much more and just had. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 32 trip is still the highlight of my like anything wrestling. I still talk about it to this day. But not just for what we got to experience from the wrestling side, but just the pure, pretty much getting hammered every night and going live.
Nah, you all hammered? Yeah, I say hammered though.
One of my favorite.
The first night in. Go on, man. They'll tell the story.
No, the spectacular ass-tacular Q&A was so intoxicating. I mean, you could probably get drunk watching that.
Yeah, I know, bruh.
I got texts from the missus the next night, like the next day, like, you were hammered. I'm like, I know, miss you too. XO.
No. Bruh. The girl at the time that I was dating, it's funny because after the trip was over, she let me have it, yo. She really just tore into me. Like, you think I'm dumb?
No. I remember this. I remember this because me and Matt had to talk you off the fucking ledge because you were getting so paranoid about this.
That was
I'm like, dude, let go. It's fucking WrestleMania week. It's like the only time we'll ever probably have a chance to do this. Just fucking let it go. Deal with it when you get home, which me and Matt were kind of chuckling off the side, but like, just enjoy it now.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro, and I got home. I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to see you back. And I think you say, oh, I missed you, shit like that, right?
No,
I get there, she slaps the shit out of me, dude. Like, yo, you think I'm dumb? You think I'm stupid? You think there's no Wi-Fi in Guatemala?
What you got drunk? You
Was she in Guatemala when that was happening?
For a second, I thought he said Guantanamo, and I thought, like, what the? Who are you?
There probably isn't Wi-Fi in Guantanamo.
Probably is, man.
Your sentence for life. Here's your cell, and here's the Wi-Fi password.
Imagine.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
No, I remember we had to talk you off the ledge because it's like it's WrestleMania week, like it's a once in a lifetime experience, and I just remembered. We're going to be doing this the whole time because for the first half of the show, we're probably just going to be remembering certain parts of the trip. Do you remember we all tried the Bean Boozled challenge at the airport on the last day?
Oh man!
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Ugh,
I remember that.
Nasty.
Fucking disgusting.
Thanks to Levi, because of Levi. Remember that?
Yeah, he was
who started that whole trend, and then we just followed it up, and it's like
I remember Matt just chewed. He's just like, nope. No emotion, no reaction, just nope.
Oh man.
What videos did we did? So we did a WrestleMania review, a table for three, the Q&A.
The goal I wanted one for each of our channels because I wanted everything
Email
to be spread
podcast
out.
episode 140.
So I think Steven did. I'll have to go back and look, but I think the table for three. I think we did for In the Rope show. I think that's what we were going to push for that one. I think Mania
No,
was
that was the Q&A one. The Ask Tack Spectaculars on Matt's channel.
It's legitimately the same fucking shit. Let's just be realistic here. It was just
exactly.
Technically, the Spectacular Ask Tackler Q&A I think was on mine. Then who had the WrestleMania review, or did we all post it?
I think that might have been the one
Connor
we shared.
had it.
No, I think that would have been the one we shared.
What I had on my channel, well, at the time, the T-Mail Podcast YouTube channel was episode 140, which is still there, by the way. You can see on that podcast how I started off normal, and then halfway during the show,
it's good. You know it's good when it starts off with I started off normal.
Yeah.
And then goes.
Started off normal.
It's funny because I still have all of these saved. I have like the unboxing of the packet, the travel package, like the plans for Mania, the couple of the short little vlogs, Takeover Dallas review, Hall of Fame. Wow, this is just bringing back memories.
Memory lanes, y'all.
Yeah, so there was, I think I have the Mania review, I have the table for three, I have Takeover Dallas. Those are the three that I have.
All right, so for the show, we're going to insert the WrestleMania review right now.
All 45 minutes of the review. Okay.
All 45 minutes of it.
No.
Great?
No. The Mania review is an hour and 23 minutes.
Oh, hell no.
You just do that. Just insert it and then just cut back and make the video 3 hours long.
We're all asleep. We're all asleep. Matt's at a liver transplant. I mean, we're already gone.
No. What I remember, the day of WrestleMania, we came back. We decided to do a drinking game. We watched the Rumble. We watched the 2012 Royal Rumble, right?
God damn it!
We did the Royal Rumble.
What a fucking disaster.
Wait. Oh yeah, that was I was so mad about that because that was the one with Mick Foley, but I think I had really bad picks for that one.
We all had what happened was none of us ate, and so all of us passed out really quick. Wait, was it the first night that Steven was it the first?
The first night I passed out.
Was it the first? No. I don't think it was it was either the first night or the second night. And this is 3 years later, so fuck it. Matt was like, I remember, I'm not trying to throw Matt under the bus, but I remember Steven like passed out either the first or second night, and Matt's like, he's got a sock on his hand. He's like, should I give him the mandible claw? I'm like, he'll fucking hurt you. And I'm like, he'll go after. And I think he like tried to like screw it, and he like jerked. I'm like, what the fuck you doing?
Oh wait, did Steven try to attack me? I'm trying to remember.
No, he like jumped up.
Okay.
And you like thought he was gonna fight you. I'm like, I told you. And then then I think that's what happened. And then like Steven woke up and he's like, I'm hungry. And then you ordered Domino's pizza to come to the fucking hotel.
Always looking out.
And I'm like, you think they're gonna find you? Like, I'll just tell them what room number it is. They'll find me. I'm like, all right.
I remember. That was the first night. I remember the first. It was crazy because the first night, right? I got trashed. I got completely shit faced. Right.
Join the club.
And then Connor ends up throwing up.
Yeah, that sucked because I oh yeah, we were wondering.
Food, right?
Oh yeah, I did because I felt like shit.
And I was editing the vlog, right? And I'm like, I'm hungry. Let's get pizza, yeah. And I ordered Domino's for everyone, right? Assuming everyone's gonna join in and eat pizza and shit.
Matt was already.
I go downstairs to the lobby. Right? And the guy's like, say, hey man, you're for WrestleMania. I'm like, how did you know? Well, you're wearing a wrestling shirt, so I assume okay. Yeah.
And everyone there was coming to goddamn WrestleMania.
And it's funny because like early that day, I went to check into the hotel.
They had a fucking WrestleMania gift shop in the lobby of the hotel.
I remember that. I remember we checked in, right?
Mhm.
Early that day, and Sam Roberts was just
Yep.
chilling there in the lobby.
Yep, I remember that.
I didn't know who
And
that
you were
was
like,
when I
"Steven."
first saw him.
You're like, Steven, go get a picture with him. Go get a picture. I'm like, no, bro. I don't want to be rude about it. You know what I mean? Like this.
Wait, just ask him. Wait till he's done checking in. Just be real quick and say, "Hey, can I get a quick picture with you?" And ta-da.
I still wonder why
Like you-
WWE has him on for their pay-per-views. He's just awkward. Like it's so awkward. It's not good.
It was great to meet you, Sam, but why?
Yeah.
Exactly, man. It was great to meet you, man. What's the haps, man? What's the haps? Well, actually, I think the problem is sometimes when you think about it, I know it's terrible.
You'll make me fall asleep. You're gonna get me to fall asleep. So I was just digging through the back here because I always make sure to keep this, and I'm definitely gonna get like a special box for this. But I still have all the ticket stubs from all the events that we went to for WrestleMania weekend. Because
are they all
Shane money?
What?
Are they still mint
Do
condition?
you have the Shane money too?
Yes, I saved the Shane dollar bill. I'm not letting that shit go. No way.
Oh, quick question, Connor. Hold up. Are they all? I'm amazed how they're all still in mint condition.
Dude, I don't fuck around. So when the tickets came in, they came this like special little sleeve, and so I just made sure to keep them in the sleeve. That's all. I just take care of my shit, Steven.
All of them are in my mirror, just all piled up into one, and the color changed a little bit over the years. I'm like, damn, man.
Nice.
I sold all mine for drinking money.
That damn liver transplant.
Memorabilia, man.
No, I actually had them all framed. Like it looked really nice. But then something happened to the frame. It's in a box somewhere. I have them. I still have all that stuff. Gotta find it.
You know what's funny? For WrestleMania 35, right? Me and Walter, we bought them on StubHub, right? No, it was SeatGeek. That was the fucking bullshit we had to go through as well.
For what?
And for WrestleMania 35.
Oh,
the bullshit, right? So we got them off SeatGeek, and it's funny because Walter, I told him like days after, like, yo, do me a favor, dude. Send me the fucking ticket, right? Email it to me, whatever, right? The fucking paper, right? I can just.
Oh yeah, 35 was in New Jersey. I'm looking it up right now.
And I never did. It's still on my phone. It's still just, I didn't print it out or anything. Like, goddamn, yeah. I think it's paper and not the actual physical ticket. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm.
I think also the fact that all these wrestling shows that I've gone to as of late, there's no physical ticket. It's just all through your phone now, basically.
Yeah,
you just show them your phone and they'll just look at it.
Wait, real quick. I'm really glad y'all did not come down for WrestleMania.
Last
34? No, for 34, because that was bad. Mania. It's not good. I didn't like it.
Well, it's funny because when I tell people, "Oh, I went to WrestleMania 32," they all give that exact same look. You're like, "You went to that one?" I'm like, "It wasn't the destination; it was the journey."
It was the journey, yeah, it was the experience.
Plus, we got to go to Takeover. We got to hang out with Lanny Poffo.
This is true.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh yes, yeah, and I got to meet Mickey
Connor,
James. That was nice.
Connor, tell the story, dude. You met Lanny Poffo. Lanny Poffo.
So I'm friends with Bill Apter. And he was like the one. I didn't give really much of a rat's ass who else I saw because I wanted to see Bill because I've been working with him with One Wrestling for a while. And so I made a beeline right to him, and he like hugged me. He was like, so nice. And then he goes, "I have somebody I want you to meet," thinking it's like a friend of his and whatnot. And all of a sudden, out comes Leaping Lanny Poffo. I'm like, he's like, "Hello, how you doing?" I'm like, you're that guy with the hi, how you doing? And then eventually we all like kind of wandered around. We came back and we just started talking to Lanny again, like casually. And then all three of us were involved. In fact, I remember that Matt mentioned he was from New Orleans, and like Lanny had said something along the lines of like his daughter was like going to school there or was going to visit there and asked for a restaurant recommendation. And he like recorded you on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That did happen. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's crazy how I actually remember this with the lack of brain cells. So and then we got together. He let us all try the Hall of Fame ring on, which I was just floored at that one.
It didn't even fit my finger, yo. My goddamn.
And then
fit my finger.
And I remember the last moment he was like getting emotional. And we all like shared a hug. I was like, this is the best trip ever.
Nah, you know what's funny though? So we were hugging him, right? I'm like, in my mind, low key, I'm like, damn, your breath stinks, bruh. Your breath is rocking, bro.
What the hell? Like, we're talking this wonderful, touching moment. Like,
Magic real talk, though.
I just set up Magic
didn't say
Kingdom
that
for
loud.
Disney, and he just put it into flame.
See, I literally thought you were about to say we went in for a hug, and you touched his butthole a little bit or something like.
I grabbed his wallet, shit. Grab a wallet and run.
Well, it's funny because the I thought he was going to say something like I touched it because there's actually an urban seriously, I'm not making this up. There's an urban legend that was around that like Lanny had a big one, and he confirmed it. He's like, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Shit. So basically, he was Joey Ryan before Joey Ryan. Basically,
we don't know how big Joey Ryan's is.
Oh man,
it's not it's not the size; it's how you use it, right?
So the size of the lollipop, it's how you lick it.
Yeah,
it's exactly, absolutely.
But no, it was such a good trip.
We're reminiscing now. You know, again, it's basically one of those things that we'll never forget. One of those things that I feel like we can, if we ever have like grandkids, right? And if our grandkids wanted to tell them a story, this is it.
Grandkids.
This is one of those stories.
No, it's not.
Hell, never have a child first. Jesus.
You know what I mean, though. Like, come on.
There's parts that are going to be excluded, or parts that at a certain point in time will just be like
that will be redacted.
Yeah,
Connor, I know you're a father of two.
Yep.
And I know your son watches wrestling. You were at Raw with your son like a couple of months ago at the TD Garden.
Yeah,
you were actually seen in the audience. You were waving at the camera right after Paul Heyman, which I was so happy for you for that.
It was fucking great timing because what happened was Seth came out to do a promo and Heyman came out to follow him, and my son needed to use the bathroom. So we were right at the entrance, right at the ramp. Like if you're looking at the stage is in front of you and you're looking at the ramp, we're on the right-hand side. And we came back just as Heyman was walking to our spot. And so I needed to sneak by because some asshole actually took our seats. I'm like, can you go? And he's like, oh, sorry, and left. So as I'm coming back, I'm looking up at the screen. I can see us there, and I look over and I see the cameras are all red with a red light, meaning that we're on. I'm like, oh, hey. And I just started doing stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny because you go back years before, like 3 years ago, we were at Access. Your goal was to meet Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Right? And you couldn't have. So I feel like 3 years later, you get your moment. You know what I mean? Granted, it's not physically with Heyman, but exactly, you photobombed him now, like live on TV. You know what I'm saying? For the world to see.
If I had to say like there was one, and I'm saying this with air quotes, disappointment or like thing that I was kind of bummed about for the whole WrestleMania trip, it was that. But to be completely honest, in the grand scheme of things, it was minimal because everything else made up for it.
Exactly.
You know, and I'll say like the YouTube show I was with in the Rope Show, you know, that was around the time like Zach wasn't really doing the videos, and I was kind of losing a little bit of the spark that I had. But I feel like because that trip, you know, and after that trip, I brought the show back for a bit. But that trip and the videos we did kind of reminded me why I loved doing what I was doing, right? So for me, it kind of reinvigorated me and made me want to try to continue. I ultimately didn't, but I think if I didn't go on that trip with y'all, I probably would have stopped making videos permanently. So
I think for a lot of people,
we kept the show on life support. Thank Christ.
Exactly. So I think also too, and I think we can all agree on this across the board. Whenever you go to a wrestling show in general, something like that, and you're surrounded with people that do the same thing, they're again just positive minded. You know what I mean? It gives you motivation. Gives you motivation. Because I'll tell you this. I'll go to like independent shows here in my area, right? And I see fans that are also, again, they're YouTubers or podcasts, and they hand out their little flyer, like, "Hey, check me out," whatever, right? And we both remember
they hand out flyers,
like little business cards. So I'll tell you the story. So I went to Evolve a couple of months ago, right?
Wait, Connor, do you have flyers you hand out? Connor, oh Jesus,
there he is. So
is your personal phone number on there where they could call you?
Yeah, it's actually. Hold on, let me read the number.
Is it really?
No.
Okay, I was about to say. Jesus.
I was gonna say like
I have a work card, but I don't even have my number on there.
No, it has like YouTube, watch me on Fight, my Twitter. But I was gonna say, there's also a number on the back. It's written in pen or with a lipstick kiss on. I'm not sure what that means, but it says 1-800-YUM. There's not even enough numbers. I don't know how that makes sense. A lot of M's.
So I went to Evolve a couple of months ago, right, in New York, and the show was over, and I was just chilling out there for a bit, and I saw people again doing like little interview stuff like that between them, and one of these guys that I bumped into is SP3. He does a podcast called True Heel Heats. He handed me a business card, whatever. We started talking here and there. I put him in the vlog, right? He does good stuff. So it's stuff like that. When you see a group like them doing what they're doing, it motivates you. It sometimes it motivates you to do even better. You know what I mean? And that's what I got out of that. Even with WrestleMania, that time we all went to Dallas, we all had a moment. And then we all like bumped into like CB Breach, Gemini, and stuff. I remember that at WrestleCon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking around because I just found. I'm trying to see if I can find a way to screen. There we go. I found the old. I found the WrestleMania review, and man, if that image right there is not an accurate representation of the entire trip, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
I still, it's funny. I still have the hat, the Heels World hat. I still have it.
Matt's drinking. I'm clearly having a good time, and Steven's just like, "Hey, where's my McDonald's?"
Oh man, I miss it.
Sorry, I had to just share that real quick.
We need to, guys. We need to like another big show. We need to like take another trip together, watch it, make some videos. That'd be fun.
There's a new company in the works called All Elite Wrestling. They had a great show.
All Elite Wrestling. What's All Elite Wrestling?
You know that piss hand. You know that
like in 1920s.
All Elite Wrestling.
What's the All Elite Wrestling? Why, it's only the newest thing in town. It's the cat's knees, the bee's knees, the cat's meow.
We're gonna have all elite wrestlers from around the world. They're gonna be doing the fisticuffs for your entertainment.
Men, women, sometimes in between.
That Tasha company. Goddamn, that Tony Khan.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have a 7-minute time limit.
I now want to get like little hats with the mustaches.
Yeah.
And
All Elite Wrestling.
All Elite Wrestling. The hottest thing in town. It's the hottest thing in town. Cat's meow. Please knees. It's the one place you need to be right here in Starcast.
On the Turner Network.
Exactly. So on PNT.
Oh man.
They're back in the wrestling business. They're
on TNT. They're blowing up the competition.
Blowing up the competition.
Love that.
Where the big boys play. So yeah,
light that firecracker, spread it all over the world.
This new company, and they're having another show in August, I believe, in Chicago. And it's funny because I'll tell this to Matt before we even start doing this interview. My brother lives in Chicago. And it's funny because when All In happened over a year ago, he hit me up like, "Hey, Steve, I know this is a show in Chicago coming up called All In."
Is your brother's name Phil?
Again, it's funny because apparently he's telling me like, there's all these billboards and shit promoting All In, right? So you tell me, if you're planning on coming to Chicago for this event, I'm gonna be out of town for that weekend, whatever, right? On a business trip. So if you are planning on coming to Chicago, you can stay. I can give you my apartment for those couple of days, what have you.
I think on condition of renting that apartment, he needs to see the previous streams that we've done before.
Exactly. Yeah. Just do me a favor. He's like, he knows I smoke weed. Like, just do me a favor. Don't bring any weed. Like, fuck. All right. No problem. I can't promise him that now.
That's the biggest problem. All right.
Yeah. Don't bring that shit in this area. I can smoke it, but not in this apartment.
I mean, should we move on then to the company, to the pay-per-view, to the thing?
I mean, there's that. I mean, we could if there's ever a time I feel like if we gotta get the band back together for a trip, they'd be all out. But again, we still have things could happen here August.
Wait, it's not called All In 2, it's called All Out.
It's called All Out. Yeah, it's called All
So
Out.
there's
Oh,
all
are they
in.
going to keep adding different like prepositions at the end? Like,
So there's two things I thought of: either all in, all out, all over the place will be the third one,
yeah,
or all in, all out, all turn yourself around. You do the hokey pokey.
He's been stuff around. Oh shit!
What's it called? All around the hokey pokey. We ran out of names. We just we
Yeah,
gave
exactly.
up. We gave up.
Hey, well, didn't they say that they took the licensing or they took the copyright claims to like Bash at the Beach and Halloween Havoc, or don't they have like
Yes.
the rights to that too?
wait,
Yeah.
AEW did?
Yeah, shit you not. They took.
Are they
hold
trying
on.
to become WCW 2.0 and use those
Kinda.
pay-per-views? That's weird.
Let me see if I can find it here.
Wait, and that's my question, and that's what I want. I mean, we'll know when they debut on TNT and fucking over the fall. But I want to know, like, what's their WrestleMania going to be? What month is that debut? How many pay-per-views are they going to have? Like, I want to know their structure. Like, I'm really curious.
So
Well, I think.
So,
Go on,
so,
Connor, I'm
so back. That's okay. So back in March, they trademarked 3 names: Bunkhouse Stampede, which I think is hilarious, Battle Bowl, and Bash at the Beach.
Well, if they do Bash at the Beach, they got to have like the beach setting and the props and the.
You gotta have the
inflatable
logo
palm trees.
with the arm that's in the shape of a wave.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hell,
I
I mean,
think
if they
it should.
really want to do, the Monday Night Wars 2.0,
Well, it's
either
gonna
on
be on a
TNT.
Tuesday.
Well, it's starting on Tuesdays, but they're going to be on TNT. They're trademarking WCW pay-per-view names. Bret Hart was on their last pay-per-view. Glacier was on their last pay-per-view. Hell, it's the Monday Night Wars 2.0. It's going to happen. I'm telling you.
Get a lot of deja vu. A lot of deja vu.
Exactly. A lot of deja vu. Yes.
All
it's
I
funny
need is
'cause,
Vince
like,
Russo to start writing product.
bro. Let me tell you, bro.
I need a job, bro.
Bro, I gotta tell you, bro. I gotta tell you, bro. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I watched Double or Nothing, bro. And bro, let me tell you, bro. I was planning on calling Tony Khan, bro, because I feel like if he wants to take it to Vince McMahon, bro, because I know I was there in the weeds with Ed Ferrara, bro, trying to book WWE, bro. I'm responsible, bro. I'm the one I made the start. I created Stone Cold Steve Austin. I created The Rock. I created Triple H because of me. And I feel like if he needs to go to that next level with All Elite Wrestling, bro, bring in the greatest mastermind, bro, Vince Russo, bro. It's every day, bro. It's every day, bro. With the Vinny Russo swerve, bro. I gotta tell you, bro.
That would have been perfect. You just had to add 10 more bros in there.
Yeah, you kind of undersold the bro.
Bro.
It's like Hulk Hogan with brother. It's bro.
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm your daughter. What the fuck?
It's 2019. We don't know. Either you could be either or. I don't want to judge.
AEWB. What's the B stand for? Bro.
Speaking of bro, man, Connor.
Ah, there he is.
Wait, did you get Vince Russo to sign a picture of Vince Russo?
Yeah.
I bet you. Okay, so like, Steve, I know like you say a bunch of shit about him, but I'm sure like when you met him, you're like, oh my God, Vince Russo, I love you. I'm the biggest fan. Vince Russo, please love me.
Connor, tell the story.
Y'all were together when this happened?
No.
Well, technically, we were. Technically, all three of us were.
You were? What?
WrestleCon.
Why wasn't I invited? Shit. Y'all went together?
You're at WrestleCon. We were there, dude, in Dallas at WrestleCon.
Yeah, I got an autograph from Vince. Yeah, Ed Ferrara and Vince Russo were sharing a table.
I don't remember that.
I think you're like, I'm going to go check out Hacksaw Jim Duggan get a signed 2x4.
Oh, I got one for Zach. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got in line and got the autograph. And what happened was somehow I ended up getting a second one of these because it's Vince Russo, bro. You can't just get one.
It's like a bag of Lay's potato chips.
That's a horrible image. Anyway, so I ended up having a second one. I can't remember what it was. I think it was the 1 year for the Random Wrestling Podcast. I did a giveaway of about like 5 autographs, and Steven just happened to be one of the winners. And I randomly picked one, and he got the Vince Russo bro. And like, I'm never gonna hear him shut up about this.
Yeah, ironic, bro. Exactly. Come on, bro.
Bro,
I gotta tell you, bro. It's every day, bro.
So Matt, I have a question for you.
I hope I have an answer.
I hope you do too.
All right.
Does being, and I don't want to spoil anything, I don't want to steal Steven's thunder, but you being back here is pretty monumental. We haven't seen you on YouTube or any sort of other major platform of this kind in 3 years. So I have 2 big questions, actually 3. The first one is, what have you been up to since then?
Exactly. What you been up to, man?
Oh God! All right, so I had to get a big boy job. I work for the government now. I do constituent services. So when you call our office and you're like, "Hey, my street's messed up. My garbage isn't being picked up. My street lights are out. My property taxes are too high. Whatever." I essentially have to find solutions to all your problems. So at this point, I probably have more white hairs on my head than I can count.
Damn.
Yeah, so I do that now. I do constituent services. I help people that have a lot of problems. So I like it.
You sound so happy about it. Like,
it's great. I mean, it's nice. It's a good job. I really enjoy doing it. It takes up a lot of my time. Luckily, I have tomorrow off because it's Memorial Day. But I mean, I'm working constantly. But that's what I'm doing. I mean, work has consumed my life. Zach. So I live in New Orleans. Zach lives on the North Shore. If you don't know Louisiana areas,
not Lafayette, right? Not Lafayette.
I'm assuming.
Right?
No.
I'm assuming, and just judging here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can help me understand. I'm assuming it's in the north.
Yes. Good.
God.
Yeah. We got it. I live in New Orleans. Zach lives in Abita Springs, which is on the North Shore. I'm on the South Shore. He's married. He actually has a kid.
Whoa.
Zach has a baby. I actually went.
Congrats.
Yeah, I know. I actually went.
Zach, dude.
I went to his house last night. We watched Double or Nothing. And this morning, I was at his house and he was getting stuff ready because he had to drop off the baby to someone to babysit or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, just entertain the child, entertain the baby." And I'm like, okay, because I'm like, not that I don't like babies. I'm more of a pet person. Like if I go to someone's house and there's a dog in the corner of the room and there's a baby in the corner of the room, I go to the dog always. So I'm just like, "Hey, how's it going?" So,
you want a beer?
How about Donald Trump?
A beer?
Huh?
How are you? Come here, dog. Come here, boy. Come here.
Oh, God. Remember you tried to fucking go into the
Univision building.
Univision building?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So,
anyway.
that's what, yeah, so work. So that answers the first question.
So the second question is, with you coming on this show, I'm not saying that you have to make any promises or anything, but does this mean we may see either the resurgence of or maybe a different form of the In the Rope show coming back, whether it's yourself, maybe Zach, I'm not sure if he's too busy, but will we see some sort of wrestling in your future?
Exactly.
No pressure. I mean, I'm not saying just spew what's on your mind.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with Zach last night. So Zach and I watched Double or Nothing. And I'm going to get more into this when we talk about the pay-per-view, if we do. But I've gotten to a point where I don't like watching the WWE in almost any capacity. I've gotten to that point. Like it is unbearable for me to watch the WWE. And this kind of goes back. There was a time. So I started watching the WWE. That's where I started in the Attitude Era as a kid, as a very young child. And I watched the WWE for a while, WWF into the WWE, to the Attitude Era, to the Ruthless Aggression Era, PG Era, whatever. And eventually it got to a point where I got sick of watching the WWE and I actually moved to TNA. I watched TNA for a while and that was when Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Mick Foley all kind of joined and, you know, sold Dixie a bag of goods. And I wasn't reviewing TNA around that time, but I eventually started reviewing TNA a bit. And then I went back to the WWE when TNA was doing badly. The point that I'm getting at is I always gravitate towards a product that I enjoy when another product is doing poorly. So what I'm getting at is there is a potential, and I don't want to say it's set in stone, there's a potential of me coming back with Zach and reviewing All Elite Wrestling weekly shows and not reviewing the WWE. So
that's fair. I mean, I think as long as I think what it is, as long as you just come back, period, we're happy.
An idea I pitched, which I think would be very funny, is we would review the WWE, but this is what we would do on our All Elite Wrestling reviews. We'd give a full review, talk about the whole show, do our whole fucking spiel, and then at the end we'd have a piece of paper. They'd be like, "Yeah, so on Monday Night Raw, they had the 24/7 title, and you know somebody slipped on a banana." Like it would literally be like the stupid bullshit that happens on Raw or SmackDown to contrast what we're seeing, compare and contrast at AEW.
Okay.
So that's an idea we're looking at. Because I'm telling you, man, there's no passion, there's no excitement for me to want to watch Raw or tune into SmackDown. It's so boring. I'm sure it's hard for y'all to fucking watch it. I mean, when I was watching it back in the day when things were moving in this direction of getting bad, I was suffering, but I still pushed forward because I found something that I liked. But I'm watching it now. I'm seeing everything. Like, I don't watch the show on a regular basis. I watch the clips. I read Lords of Pain or WrestleZone or something. I read the spoilers, and then I watch the pay-per-views. But dear God, it's just so painful. Almost every decision that they make, other than a few that I've seen that I've liked, it's just so bad. And even the good stuff, I don't think is good enough to redeem what is a piss-poor product from the WWE, because I feel like they've gotten to the point now, they've got lazy, they're content, they don't think that they need to improve. So I'm hoping with AEW emerging and AEW being very strongly like, okay, we're going to break the shackles of WWE, we're going to bring wrestling back to its roots. I hope if AEW becomes a substantial, credible company, that the WWE tries to step up their game. And I hope when AEW gets to the point of like how a WCW was, that they decide at some point that they can challenge the WWE. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not even going to happen in the next 5 years. But when it happens, I just hope that they give the WWE a run for its money, because without competition, I think wrestling becomes stagnant. So that's my whole spiel on that.